Hi everyone, my name is Allyse Corbin. I am an educator and artist located here in New Haven, Connecticut. My brand name or photography name is Sincerely AKC, so you can find me on social media that way, and you can also look into my website that way. I would like to thank the Art Council of Greater New Haven for having me here today. And we are going to talk about headshots and the importance of getting professional headshots done. This is especially important and aimed towards artists and focused on performers, visual artists, anyone who identifies as an artist or an artistic leader. So we're going to talk about the what, the why, and the how, and then we'll show you a little bit of the how later. What is a headshot? A headshot is exactly what it kind of sounds like. It is a photograph focusing on your face, on your head. So these are used and seen in a lot of places. You probably see them on social media a lot, professional social media like LinkedIn and places like that. You'll also see headshots in print, in magazines, in programs for theater, and they include both artists, technical workers, and any of the leadership. So like directors, producers, theater managers, audio, visual, sound people. So you've probably seen them all over the internet and even maybe in person if you go see a play. You'll see it in the playbill. So that's what a headshot is. And what a professional headshot is this photo is taken by an expert in photography, and specifically an expert in headshots and portraits. So my focus in my photography is creative portraits and headshots. And that means that I have a lot of experience and education and practice taking photos of people's faces and getting their character to shine through the photo. One of the most important things about a headshot is that it looks like you, in my opinion. So what you'll want, and that sounds kind of obvious, but what you'll want is that day to look like yourself, to feel like yourself, and make sure the person that is taking your photo is able to know who you are or what kind of energy you want to give off. So if you are doing a big project that is focused on humor and levity, you're not gonna want a really serious faced, sad looking headshot. If you are maybe an actor who is looking to gain roles in drama, tragedy, something more serious and seen in that kind of a way, you're gonna want more serious face headshots and maybe colors, lighting, outfit, makeup, hair can also play into the way that headshot is seen by people. So that is the what in the headshot. The next thing I wanna talk about is the why, which I've already kind of talked about, but you're gonna wanna get really specific with your why when you go to schedule your headshot session. So if you just need headshots, that's a perfectly reasonable why, because you probably want an online presence. You probably want people to know what you look like if you're going in for an interview, an audition, if you're a part of a big project. That's a good enough why. Sometimes we have more specific whys because we are nominated for an award, and that's like a great why to get new headshots. It is also a great why to get a new headshot if you are working on a specific artistic project and you want that focus and that energy that you're bringing into that project to resonate with announcements about your project in the news, online, things like that. For like artists that are just starting out, newer artists, to get just like general headshots is a great idea. But another thing that is really important is to have options. So knowing your why you're going in, and also keeping yourself open, because when you're giving yourself this experience and this opportunity with a professional photographer, you're going to want to make sure you get your money's worth for your experience, and that can also provide you with options so you don't have to go and get new headshots every time you have a new why. So if you have an announcement you want to make with a company or organization, they often will ask for a headshot, and that's a great reason to have a few extras kind of sitting in your computer to send over. That also means you want to have options with how you look. So again, the color of the background, your makeup, hair situation, how you look, and then also what you're wearing. Of course, when you're getting your headshot, your reason why is the reason you're there. And your photographer should be highly aware of your why so that they can make sure you get what you need out of that process. Lastly, I want to talk about the how. So all of these kind of relate and intersect, but the how of the headshot is the photo shoot. Okay, so there's a few things you need to do before you are actually at the photo shoot, and that is find a photographer, number one. So you're going to want to do that however you do things, however you find things in life. If you're a researcher and you like to look up on Google or Yelp reviews, you can do that. I personally have always had the best experience when I get a personal recommendation. So with something like photography, there's a lot of options. There's a lot of different specialties that people focus on. So you're going to want to, if you're doing research, specifically look in the keywords of headshot photographer, and that will narrow down your search. But also, if you have a personal recommendation, so you have a friend on social media, or better yet, someone you're very close to that has a great headshot that has the same kind of look and energy that you're going for, I would say that's the number one way to find your best match for a photographer. Finding the best match for you with a photographer is really important, especially in a session like a headshot session, because this person is trying to bring out the character of you. And so if you're not comfortable with that artist and that photographer, it's going to be really hard for you to feel like yourself, and it's going to be difficult for them to capture your essence. So that's really important, to find the best photographer. So another thing that I recommend before doing the photo shoot with this photographer, if you like what you see on their website, if you've researched them, if you've gotten great reviews from people, I would say the next step is to talk with them, have a chat with them. So a lot of times I would say, even though we don't all love talking on the phone, having a phone conversation, asking some questions, knowing what their expectations are as far as like legally with a contract, with payment, and also just kind of getting their energy over the phone. Are they excited about this project? Are they asking you questions that are important to you? Are they kind of describing a vision that matches your vision? This is really important to figure out before you're involved in the photo shoot, so that when you are in the photo shoot, you can have an easy as a time as possible, because being in front of the camera is not really easy for most people. There are very few people, even models, that feel 100% their best selves in front of the camera lens at all times. So connecting with the photographer and making sure that they're a great person to collaborate with is very important to get what you're looking for out of your headshot. Again, connecting with this person and making sure that they are willing to give you options and willing to chat about your wants and needs for the shoot is incredibly important. So I think that for now, that's all I'm going to talk to you about. So we're going to do a demonstration for a headshot photo shoot, and I will kind of chat along while I'm doing that too, to kind of inform you what to expect and what to look out for when you are the client and you're getting your picture taken. Hi everyone, so this is Shaima and she's going to be my client / model today for this demonstration of a headshot photo session. So far, we have talked about this electronically, so we've messaged each other. We had a phone consultation about what to expect and any questions. And she also has sent me some inspiration photographs on what she is going for and her why. So would you like to kind of introduce yourself and maybe talk a little bit more about your why and what your goal is for the headshots today?
Yeah. So my name is Shama, and I am a performance artist that works primarily to blend Indian classical and musical theater aesthetics. And I think headshots would be great to put on my website, to send to possible collaborators, something that really just looks like me so that they can see my credits and see me and associate the two as one thing. Yeah.
Awesome. Great. So what we're going to do today, we're going to start off. I'm going to have to adjust my camera to where we are, the lighting. We're working off-site, so at a studio that is not my own today. So what we are going to be using is this beautiful white wall. And we have this whole wall of windows, which is natural lighting. Photographers, really, the job of a photographer is to work with light. So we're given some really beautiful light right here. We have some light coming off of this camera that's recording us right now. So I think we're going to be great. We also have some overhead lighting that we might just have to work around for different reasons. And I'll talk about that kind of when we get there. So right now, you are just going to get comfortable. These don't matter, these photos, because I'm adjusting my camera settings to the lighting that we're in. So what I would love for you to do is come and stand, and you can kind of lean your back side against this wall. And just make sure, like, you're a dancer, you're a mover, so I think that you're going to have a really great time posing. And again, we're only worrying about here, but it's really helpful to do a comfortable and powerful full body pose so that you can look confident and not like tense or uncomfortable in your pose. So right now, I'd love for you to just get a feel for that. So another thing is we have one little reflector with us today. And some of the samples that you sent me, the eyeballs were kind of lit up. Yeah. And this helps that happen. So if you could do me a favor and just hold that, you're kind of just going to want to, I don't know if you've ever seen like those old tanning, like, oh, yeah, okay. That is where we're going for. So there's really a beautiful shine in your eyes when that is underneath you like that. And what it's doing is it's using the light that already exists in the room and it's reflecting that. It's a reflector. That's its job. So I'm gonna move us over a little bit just because this light is pretty powerful and I don't think it's really what we're going for. I'm gonna have you sit on this stool if you don't mind. And I'm also gonna get at your same level. For headshots, what you want to do is you want it to be even lighting as much as possible as the photographer. So what you want to know is what is your key light. And so key light in photography is what is your main light source. So our main light source right now is actually these windows. And sometimes it doesn't look that way. Sometimes it can look overcast, but still the windows, the natural lighting is your key light. If you have big box lights in a studio that flash, that might be your key light. So it's always great to ask the photographer, what is the key light that I'm looking for? In theater and dance and sometimes performances, they say, find your light.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same here. So what I'm going to do is make sure I'm kind of on an angle so that you have an easier time finding your light. A great thing to also know before you go in to your shoot is how many photos are included in the package for your photographer. Now, since this is like a different situation, what I'm gonna do is see what we get out of this time that we're spending together and then give you the good ones.
Okay, cool.
That's what we're gonna do here. But normally you'll have a contract that will say 1 hour, 5 photos, 1 hour, 10 photos, whatever the thing is. So make sure you know that before you go in so that you know, okay, I can have my options here, or nope, I just got to get my one headshot and get it for this particular reason, right? These are really great. And they just the color of your shirt completely changes the tone in more than one meaning of the way of the photo. Like just that, adding that light color. And this definitely, I'm glad you brought this and you changed because this looks dreamy. Was that the one, right?
Yeah, dreamy.
With the sparkles and just like the levity of the color. Let's do a few. I think it will look really pretty with you doing the lean again. Just using that wall. So make sure we balance out the color. Really pretty. Great. Let's get back to you sitting down just in this outfit. To give you the options, sometimes you'll see a photo and be like, oh, why wasn't I sitting like that in the white shirt? And I just want to try to prevent that. Yes, I'm so glad we did that outfit change. I think you're going to have like 2 very different options.
Yeah.
And even more than 2 with just the way that we've been doing your hair positioning and the posing. So I feel like we've gotten a lot of great shots. Is there anything else that you were thinking?
Not really.
No? Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm going to edit these and then I'll communicate with you on how to send you these because I'm thinking there's going to be a lot. So I'll probably send you a link with the photos attached.
Amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.